Hey guys, CJ. Long time no check-in. A lot has happened since my last video. So where do I start? Uh, First thing, most important, I have already fought twice since the last time I posted. Um, One was in the Tri-State Golden Gloves between West Virginia, Tennessee, and Ohio. It's either Tennessee or Kentucky. Either way, Golden Gloves tournament, fought there. Um, Most fun fight of my life so far. Amazing experience. Went against a really skilled opponent, which is the first time in a long time that I've actually had to think while I was in there. And the guy was super, super talented. He had 5 more fights than I did, so a lot more experience. And he just adjusted. It was a game of constant adjustments. I'd fix one thing, start getting the upper hand. He'd change. He'd start getting the upper hand. Real back and forth. So close match. Ended up losing by decision, but didn't get hurt outside of getting my nose busted up. Or no, not a decision. They stopped it in the last 30 seconds because of the bloody nose. But whatever. I came out. I was feeling fine. Minus my nose. My head actually wasn't hurting as bad as he was. Super nice guy, too. So he started following me around after our match and brings me this big bottle of ibuprofen. And he goes, "Man, my head is killing me. I know yours has to, too. You sure you don't want some ibuprofen?" I was like, "Nah, man, I'm good." But super cool guy. Really fun. And then my last fight was just recent. Sorry, I didn't mean to shake the camera there. And it was hard. I feel like I performed the best I did ever have, actually. And I put out my pieces and my game plan. It was in a double tree up in Monroeville, PA. It was actually for an amateur title, which was fun. It was a fun fight. It was a fun experience. But it was a different kind of fight. So lately I've actually been fighting up weight class. I haven't been cutting weight. I've just been feeling better not cutting weight, and I've been doing fine. Like, I'm coming out. This one I literally took no damage. Uh, minus, minus 3 very specific shots were the only things that hurt. I came out, I had no bruises. I'll even show you guys a picture just to prove that I'm not bullshitting you. This guy was tough. So I'm fighting up. He must have cut some weight because there's a significant size difference, it seemed like. And he started out pretty technical, and then it seemed like it wasn't working for him. So he just decided to go with the bully strategy. He just became super aggressive, constantly just walking forward and throwing big shots. Now, most of them were not landing. I was countering them until I started getting tired, and then occasionally something would land. But it wasn't during the fights at range when he was landing things. It was mostly in the middle of an exchange. So I would be I would throw something, and while I was throwing, he would throw a counter, and so he'd eat some shots and I'd eat some shots, and that just kind of happens. There's not much you can do to defend against that besides, keep your offensive, like your offhand, as tight as possible, but it still happens. So I feel like my defense was really strong. He caught me one time with everything that he caught me with was his right hand. So there's one time in the second round I got tired. He caught me with a really big 4. Whipped my head around, and I was like, "Oh, okay." And it kind of hurt a little bit, but I was good. Third round, there's some exchanges. Really trying to push myself. Everything that I've been doing that was working, I could no longer do. I was trying, my body just would not listen to me. It felt like I was moving through, not even molasses at this point. It was the most tired I've ever felt since my first fight. Like, just could not get my body to listen or do what I wanted it to do. But I was still doing fine. This guy, on the other hand, seemed to not slow down at all. Like, maybe a little bit, but every punch, for being a power puncher and throwing every single thing he had into every punch, still kept throwing with that power. The dude's conditioning was insane. But he just kept coming forward, kept eating shots, and he had a chin. Like, he would not go down. I was trying so hard. I could not get him to go down. But I was just peppering him the whole time. And, yeah, then I do land a nice cross that seemed like it hurt him. Once he started power punching, he didn't really keep his hands up at all. He threw big shots and ate whatever I hit him with. So he wasn't really blocking. He wasn't really using head movement. But I hit him with a big two, and he covered up. So I knew it hurt him. So I throw a little flurry, but third round, getting tired, couldn't throw that much, and each punch, starts losing a little bit of power. So I throw this flurry, and he throws a couple shots, and then he throws a 4. I think the floor may have nicked me. A 3. I block the 3, and then he throws this huge 6 right into my groin. I went back to the video, and you can actually see myself like pop up a little bit off the ground. And then, delayed reaction. So first a tap show that it was a low blow. The ref starts to move forward to kind of like stop, just to tell him like, hey, make sure you're hitting higher. And then it hit me, and I just start to double over. And as I'm doubling over, just another nasty 4. So yes, CJ, yes! Pressure, CJ, pressure! Those are the 3 strikes that hurt me. 2 4s and a 6. So 2 right hooks and a right uppercut. And the second one was only because the right uppercut was right into the soft spot, which is right where I had my surgery not that long ago. So it's healed up, but it's still sensitive. Come out, and I mean, I don't usually brag. I just kind of take it how it is, but I felt pretty confident that I won that match. Even the ref came over and was like, dude, that fight was awesome. And then I go to the center of the ring, and they give the decision to him. And I guess, judging's hard. I'm not going to knock anybody, and it's amateur, so it doesn't really matter. If I ever end up going pro, my record gets erased. I start over, and no one really cares what your amateur record is anyway. They just care how many fights you had. So I'll take the shenanigans. It is kind of crappy to get like another loss, but it happens. It's the sport. Other weird thing, if you notice, my environment is different. So one of the reasons why I haven't been able to post so much is I went through, not a nasty breakup, but I did go through a breakup. Me and my fiance split. I'm going to end up moving to South Carolina, Greenville, South Carolina next year. And, yeah, so I gave her the house. So right now I'm living in my friend's basement, and that's what makes it a little hard to record. I'm going to try to get some videos actually staying either late in the gym, or I've been doing some extra private lessons, so maybe I'll spend some extra time after the private lessons doing some videos. But I just wanted to check in since I actually got time. It's been a little hectic. I had 2 back-to-back fight camps, so I recover from my surgery, immediately into a fight camp for Golden Gloves. Get out of Golden Gloves, wasn't hurt, take a couple days off for my nose to heal back up, immediately into another fight camp for this belt. So I don't have a fight camp this month. I know. I'm 2 for 3. 2 for 3 in months with having fights. But no, I'm going to a concert at the end of the month, so there's no way I can fight. And there is something going on October 2nd, but just coming back from the concert, I'm not really going to be in my groove. If I do start a fight camp, that's going to sacrifice a week of it. Can't really refund these tickets, so I'm not really worried about it. I'll take the next opportunity afterwards and get right back into it. But yeah, just an update. I've been busy, chaotic, usual trend for me, but just touching base. So more content to come soon. Also, I'm waiting. I have a local artist who is going to help me rebrand my channel, so you can get some neat little artistic upgrades to the look of the channel. So I'm excited to see. So far, I've been seeing some of the rough drafts, and it's looking pretty cool. So excited to see that too. All right, well, I'll talk to you guys later.